Yo, so you guys who are watching this, I'm just waiting for some people to show up. But you guys who are watching this stream, after the fact, I just got my Studio 192 mobile in. Just what up, banger? Just hooked it up and made a track, and I cannot fucking believe how amazing this interface is and how much of a difference it's made with my production experience inside Studio One. Like I'm telling y'all right now, I don't think I'm gonna be making I'm gonna be making tracks, a lot of tracks in live. For a while now, because a lot of what was kind of bothering me in Studio One, like ever since like 3.5, like I have been experiencing like shitty dropouts, and the low Z was supposed to take care of that, and it just it's crazy. But dude, this interface, well, I mean, I've got 4 instances of Omnisphere running. I've got a Contact Exhale library up. I got a Contact Tachio lined up. And like you guys know, if you watch my stuff when I'm cooking, especially when I'm streaming, I run a couple Omnispheres with some decent patches, and it goes into the computer starts having a heart attack. I start getting dropouts and everything, and it just fucking sucks. So I remember, I had mentioned in the stream on Saturday that or on Sunday or whatever, that I was going to, I was gonna get the product, and a couple people were asking about, what I thought about it, and this is 100% worth the investment. And the crazy thing is about it now is you can find this thing for around $400, and this interface is a fucking it's the dude. This is like in the $1,000 interface class. When I was using my Complete Audio 6, that my focal eights, which are big bad speakers, you know what I'm saying. I paid like 1,200 for the pair. When I would hit when I would turn it up, when I would turn it up loud, the I would get like these pops because the amp inside of the USB only powered interface wasn't enough to push the speaker. Dude, I turn these speakers up so loud in here. This should have my room knocking. But anyway, the whole reason why I got on the stream was, one, just to show you guys how the PreSonus 192 mobile, it is 100% worth it. And I'm telling you guys right now, you can get a deal on it because they had the nah, bro, don't get the Quantum, dude. It's a trick. It's a fucking trick. I started to tell you guys about this before. The people, Marcus, who runs Studio One Expert, and he's got an amazing relationship with Persona. It's just an all around good guy. He he gave me the background on why the Quantum even came out. If you go and read the Sound on Sound review, which is like, it's the source for audio. Shit, I'm old as fuck. It's like the authority on audio gear reviews and stuff. And because they were using the 192 with other DAWs other than Studio One, they weren't getting the zero latency and the advantage of the green Z and stuff like that. So this interface using USB 3 is actually faster than the Thunderbolt interface. But because the review that Sound on Sound gave it didn't get the sales that it wanted, so they had to go back to the drawing board and design something that conformed to the specs that Sound on Sound was looking for. That's why they did that. But if you're a Studio One user, if Matt, you can find these things for like $400 right now, and it is, I'm telling you, this is the level of an interface. Like, this is a professional fucking quality interface. Like, I can't believe this shit. You can record, at 192, play back at 192. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, hit play. play. Don't get the quantum. This is what you want. But I just want to show you guys, especially like hitting you guys that follow me, and you see how I was saying before how when I do my stuff, especially when I'm running Omnisphere, when I'm streaming or when I'm recording in Camtasia, I get the dropouts and I have to bounce the audio. Bruh, just watch. Let's just yeah, dude, it's crazy, right? But I've got maximum dropout protection engaged. You know what I mean? A small cache. But let's just look at at the devices now. So I'm gonna give these little jumps that I'm giving. I'm gonna give that to working with OBS. But I'm telling y'all, when I was not streaming, this shit was not. It wasn't moving past. It wasn't moving past 25, and I didn't change anything with my computer. It's the same, fourth generation i7 that I was using. I didn't put in any RAM. The only thing that I did was plug in this interface. And I'm also loving the gate feature, so I don't have to listen to a fucking fan on my computer. But all I had to do was plug in this interface, and then boom, it's done. Yeah, no, the UAD Apollo, bro. Like when I have used it, it's crazy, and their plugins are crazy. But yeah, with this when you run the maximum dropout protection, and then then you throw it in, you throw it in with the green Z, dude. Like you're not getting, dude. It's no latency when producing, when recording vocals. Like I was just instantly just completely blown away by this interface, because I'm because all I do with my home rig pretty much is just I don't really record. It's just all VSTs inside the computer. I really haven't invested in in the type of interface like like an Apollo, or even like an Apogee Duet, or something, something in the above like $400 range. Like I had that Focal Forte, or that Focusrite Forte, which was a good interface, but the firmware got all messed up once Windows 10 came out, and it wasn't it. So I kind of got soured on the more expensive interfaces and went back to something something in the $250 range, because I'm not um because I'm not recording hardware anymore. You want to get into a more expensive type of interface when you're running audio into it. What, I shut down the Apollo? I mean, it's cool, bro. Like it's a good interface, but it's not something, it's not something, the Apollo, bro. Like it's one of those things. It's like the Avalon, dude. It's something that it's something that people have, so everybody's like, yo, I need that because I seen it in this person's video. Or you go to a studio, and they're recording into a fucking an Avalon, and it's got the silver buttons or the silver knobs on it, and everybody's like, yo, that's that's the preamp that you gotta have. Nothing else sounds good. Oh, the 192. Yeah, bro. That's because I didn't know fucking nothing about it, bro. Like I was saying before, dude. Like I was real sour on spending more than a couple $100 on an interface when you're just doing VST work. But this interface like completely. Hey, what's up, famo? Completely changed my experience inside Studio One. Like again, I went from having to bounce my MIDI, which is fine. I'm not scared of audio, but everybody knows if you can, if you could leave the door open to go back and change something, like that's always easier, and it's just one less step. Yeah, yeah, no problem. I can critique it, man. You guys are all open, open to send me whatever, bro. The craftmaster954@gmail.com. I listen to everything that everybody says, bro. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, dude. DJ Cyclone, like that's like boom baps. That's where I started, bro. So that shit is like I do that shit in my sleep, dog. Like that's nothing. I mean, I'm using an external preamp now, dude. I've got the studio, or I've got the Studio 192 input, turned all the way down. Like it comes with this program called Universal Control, and you could set the clock. The other thing is that's amazing about this automatic block size. It intelligently interprets the nah, dude. I'm such a loser. Hit play. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so fucking sorry, dude. I completely forgot about that. But it intelligently determines the load of your track and will increase the buffer size for you, which is awesome. But yeah, you double click on your interface right here, and it brings up this window, which you have. It has and it gives you fat channel onboard DSP, which is awesome. So I can I got a high pass on my mic right now, so you guys don't. So I'm sounding a lot better. I got a gate going on, so you guys don't have to listen to my computer fan when I'm not talking. It's pretty dope. And yeah, you see how I've got no gain on my on my mic pre, and no phantom power sent to it. So I've got the God, these bitches won't shut up. I've got the Focusrite ISA1 powering the condenser mic and providing the gain going straight into the clean preamps of the 192, and that's it, bro. Mbox 2 is still a decent interface, bro. But this is like a whole nother level, bro. Roxy, stay out here. Let her be in there. Oh, wait, you're recording? Yeah. Come on, Roxy. Come on, Roxy. Come on. Babe, did you feed them? No, I ain't feed them. Oh, they told you starve. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, Roxy, get out of here. Come on, let's eat the food. Let's eat the food. Yo, oh shit. I thought I left y'all with music. But yeah, man, like I'm like when I was working with it, making this beat, I was stress testing it and everything, and I was like, yo, I don't even want to record a video. I'm just gonna stream it, and then people could watch it later, bro. Yeah, Impact sucks, bro. I don't know. I don't even know why you fuck with Impact Ski. Like, what are you doing with your life? I mean, I can't hit. I can't recommend things that I haven't used. The only like zero latency interfaces that I've used is like Pro Tools HD rigs. Why don't I ever use Mojo? I don't know, cause Mojo sucks, bro. Probably. It's only like one oscillator. It's kind of limiting. Thanks, Wes. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I was just trying to see like how many omnispheres I could go ahead and like stick into this thing, bro. Pause. But yeah, it was crazy, man. And this just like a note on the composition. Like this is me sticking to that whole like creating a style video. Like I still stuck with the guitar, the guitar string, and the piano and the drums. I'm really gonna try to stick to that for this whole season because it's just that super grimy vibe that I like, man. But for any of you guys that were on the fence, I mean, Banger will tell you too. He's been using this interface like it's crazy, bro. If you drag a loop to the pad, it automatically adjusts to the tempo. I didn't know that Impact did that. That's pretty nutty. Tips for writing guitar parts in MIDI. Yeah, bro. Like you want to use like you want to use guitars that are you want to use guitars that are like multi-sampled. That way, if you hit the key hard, maybe you get like a pluck of a string, or if you hit it soft, it's just like a little sustain and shit like that. And then you want to think like if you're trying to play chords and shit, you want to think like a guitar player. So when a guitar player strums the chord, they go, or strums their guitar, they sometimes they go down and up. So you're not gonna draw block chords where all of the notes are lined up at the same time. Like you're gonna want to stagger your notes so that it's like a strum, like the FL Studio feature, so like it's a strum. And when you want it to be more realistic, you do one strum going up, and then one strum going down, so it's like a staircase going up and then a staircase going down. And that'll sound a lot more natural. And then you definitely want to add pitch bends, like use your pitch wheel, or draw it in using the pitch automation, because that is a very common playing technique when you're holding a sustained note, or you're holding a sustained chord, like how you get that sound. That's them hitting that wham bar going down. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. Captain Beats, dude, it made Studio One work so much faster for me. Like as it is like before, I was getting a lot of dropouts when I was using a bunch of Omnisphere, and I was having to bounce stuff to audio to clear out the CPU. And basically with this interface and the way that it works with Studio One, it has allowed me to go back to working with this DAW like how I was in Studio One 2.6. Like Studio One 2.6 through could handle anything you threw at it. But this is super dope, bro. Like I still can't believe just how much better my experience in Studio One with this is, man. Because my whole like that, like again, man, that's one of the reasons why I started messing with Machine, and then I wound up buying Ableton, was just because of the dropouts and the damn the MIDI falling out, and then the drums repeating and stuff like that. And I haven't had that. You guys let me know. Have you guys had that drum echo? Yeah, for instance, the Omnisphere, and I could have went more, dude. I could have went more because of the streaming. Wow, I'm getting like a little bit of dropouts, but bro, this thing, and these aren't little baby patches either. Like these are Keyscape creative patches, which are fucking huge patches, bro. And the the guitar patch, which is samples and then effects on effects on effects, dude. Like these are not little baby patches. Is I don't know, dude. I've never the only time I used the i5 was back when I had like a 2010 MacBook. It was an i5 dual core. I was using Logic 9 on it. And I mean I would run like like 4 or 5 nexuses into it, and I would have to start bouncing stuff to audio. And and that's back when we were making like big stacked nexus beats and stuff like that, so every sound would have to be stacked like 2 or 3 times. um I mean really, if you're gonna use an i5 with 8 gigs of RAM, like that is the bare minimum. It's not gonna stop you from working, but you're just gonna have to start getting comfortable with a workflow of bouncing stuff to audio. I'm like i5, 8 gigs of RAM. That's a really good computer for like tracking vocals and mixing sessions and shit like that. But for producing and as big as these libraries are, you really want to, if it's in your budget, you want to get an i7 and you want to get 16 gigs of RAM. But if what you have is the computer that you're describing, you can absolutely work with it. Like like I said, you just got to get used to bouncing. Oh no, emotions. I was just going, yeah. The MIDI bounce works for Omnisphere, but you can't just bounce 4 bars. Like whatever pattern you write, you need to duplicate it and then bounce that pattern and then cut that pattern in half and use the back half pattern, because it still drops out. I don't know, for some reason it still drops out the first couple notes, which is a pain in the ass. Yeah, the sustain pedal was buggy. They fixed a lot of that stuff with it. Make sure you're downloading your updates for Omnisphere. You got to do that. Yeah, but BK is right. The 16 gigs, just because like everybody is really taking advantage of that of the um of the 64-bit environment. Like back when DAWs were 32-bit, they were only taking advantage of 8-bit anyway, or 8 gigs anyway. So having 16 gigs was really overkill. Emotions. I think it's a lot of the Spectrasonics projects. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, dude, you can. There's workarounds for everything, bro. Like with where we're at on with technology. Like if I had an iPad, and just how passionate about I am about creating. Like if I just had an iPad, I would find a way to make bangers with it. Just because I know what it's like to work on a goddamn Roland Phantom that only has 16 tracks of sequencing power on it. And when you come from something like that, and now an iPhone has like pretty much the computing ability of like 8 Roland Phantoms. You kind of put all that shit into perspective, man. No, I don't think that everybody who uses Omnisphere sounds pretty much the same. I absolutely do not think that, because everybody, like I use Omnisphere, Sizzle uses Omnisphere, Metro uses Omnisphere, like, and none of us sound the same. Like Sizzle kind of stays in that EDM pack. You know what I mean? Where he gets his sounds from. Metro is all over the place. I mean, if you down if you buy Omnisphere and you're just buying Omnisphere for the fucking Lotus flute, you know what I mean? Like, you're playing with yourself, dude. There's just so many different sounds inside Omnisphere to get a hold of. There's like 26,000 presets in Omnisphere, bro. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, everybody, like Omnisphere is what Nexus used to be, dude. Like Nexus is trash now, bro. Like nobody uses that shit, dude. Um, I don't I don't like I've been saying this. I've been saying this for a couple years, bro. Like it's no longer like a luxury synth, dude. You have to, if you're trying to compete for industry placements, or you're like doing tight beats on BeatStars, like you got to have Omnisphere, bro. Like it's nuts, man. It's super nuts. Yeah, emotions. You know about the Lotus flute? I uh I used to have Trillion back in the day, bro. And I used to run that on my old Mac, on the i5 2010 Mac, but I don't have it anymore because I got it through some shady type dealings, and I don't do that shit anymore. I liked it, it was an amazing it was an amazing instrument. I used to use it a lot for replacing like poorly played, not poorly played, but like bad, just like for more like quantized type of like live bass sounds, and they had like every articulation for the bass lines in there. This shit was nuts. But I don't think, like, if you have Omnisphere, like, I don't think you need Trillion. Like, you can make amazing bass synth patches inside Omnisphere, bro. No, Serum is amazing, bro. I love Serum. I think Serum is like it's pretty much like the king, bread and butter synth. Like everybody uses it. Everybody can make amazing sounds. Like I think Serum is like the perfect cross between what Silent and Massive used to be. Like, it has all the amazing routing of Massive and the capabilities of Massive, but it's really easy to use like Silent. Like, you can load up a wave, detune it a little bit, start throwing effects on it, and you have a legit patch, man. I don't know, I'm using some like Logitech 1080p camera that I got from Best Buy. It was like $90. Serum is the guy. Yeah, it is CPU heavy, but you can adjust it, bro. You don't have to run it at high quality. My opinion of output products is that they're amazing. I love output products. I love Rev. I love Signal. I love Exhale. I got and their bass plugin is amazing too. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Hit plays. It's what it like. I got it a couple years ago. Whatever the highest one. I still like I still like Massive for bass lines, dude. Like, that thing, like, Massive fucking drops, bro. Yeah, but you have an arpeggiator in Studio One, bro. So you're bueno. I don't know. I haven't used it. I haven't turned on live with this yet. So I do not know. Yeah, no emotions. You are 100% correct, dude. Like right now, my favorite two synths are Serum and Electra X, and it's not because of the presets, it's because they do two different things. Like Electra X is crazy, bro. How you can have, you can load up three voices on three different three different I'm sorry, three different oscillators on four different synths, and it can it can sample audio. It's got a whole bunch of crazy wavetables. You can load anything into here, man. But I like the effects on Serum a lot better. I mean, I don't use the art, bro, man. Like people like ARPs, but I think ARPs are, I they're it's like if like commit like, all right, so you like the ARP on Silent One, but on Silent One you have to manually like write, all right, this one goes up two semitones, this one goes up seven semitones, this one goes nine semitones. For me it's just easier to click the notes in at that point. Like if I'm gonna sit there and program that inside of VST, I'd rather just do it visually on a piano roll. So I like never ever use a ARP. The only time I use a ARP is if I have a like if I get one of these packs from from Electra, and a preset pack or something, and then maybe I'll stack a chord or something with it. Which actually, that kind of, I want to see what. Now y'all got me thinking. Whoa. See something here. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I bought Marquee. I bought Movement, and you know how they come with that money back guarantee. I fucking asked for my money back, dude. Like I was like, yo, bro, nah, son, this is not it. And it was like, dude, it was killing the CPU, bro. Like it was awful on CPU, bro. Yo, yeah, dude, the fucking the God, I wish we had the strum feature, bro, like that. But then like the strum feature now, dude, like other popular YouTube producers use the fuck out of it. So now when you use it, you just wind up sounding like them. SSJ, how do you yeah, dude, because your first 100 beats suck, and that goes for everybody. So keep making a beat a day every day, and after you get those 100 beats out of the way, you're gonna be good. Hold up, somebody asked something here that I'm skipping. Sound selection and when to add additional sounds for high and low frequency. I mean, sound selection is done by octave for me. You know what I mean? Like, the 808 is in C2. Your melody is gonna be in C3 and C4. Your chords are gonna be in C3 or C4, and you just you study different songs and find out what instruments sound good. Like the what I'm doing right now is I'm just like, for this season, I'm just making beats with strings, piano, strings, piano, and guitars. That's what I'm doing, because there's just so many amazing records that just have strings, pianos, and guitars. And then you think about, okay, if you didn't want to use strings, what's the synthetic version of a string? The synthetic version of a string is a pad. So boom, you use pads. What's the synthetic version of a piano? a bell? What's the synthetic version of a guitar? A lead line, you know? So, you know, you do pads, you got to have, in your songs, you want sounds that have slow attacks, you want sounds that have fast attacks, and you want sounds that, you know, that have sustained motion. So you just kind of start breaking the sounds down like that. And then once you start to understand which sounds, which sounds have, you know, plucky attacks, which sounds have, you know, mellow attacks, you'll start to, it'll start to come to you like, oh, okay, I've got this plucky ass beat, you know, and I want to make it sound more full. Maybe I'll put a pad or a string in there, you know, that way it doesn't overshadow the pluck of, you know, my lead melody. That's really how you get to it. Whoa. Yeah, now I'm gonna bring this guy in over here. Yeah, hit play. That's really good advice. I didn't start getting really nice until I started doing that, dude. Like I had to, you got to finish, the beats, because the when it's all about practice. Like in order to in order to get good at music, whether you're all right, hit, we'll see you, thanks for stopping by, fam. In order to get good at, like, say, playing the piano, you have to practice. You know, you got to practice every day. It's the same thing with making beats. You want to get good at making beats, you have to make a beat, not just make a loop, make a melody. You have to make like a full beat. You have to get your song structure down, and then, you know, you start to get your intuitive feeling of what goes here and what goes there. You know. Oh God, that sounds so amazing through the halftime plugin. You guys got the halftime plugin yet? It's $12. You need to go get it right now. Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of arrangement tutorials on studio1tutorials.com. I don't do a lot of arrangement stuff on YouTube, because that's like, that's the, that's the sauce right there, bro. That's, I gotta keep something sacred for the subscribers and everything. But you just have to, if you want to, if you want advice on arrangements, you go and copy other people's arrangements. That's really it. That's really all there is to it, bro. Like, arrangements aren't creative. Arrangements are not part of the inspirational process. Arrangements do not have soul. Arrangements are all math. And once you learn to separate your artistic creativity from the actual mathematical formula stage of an arrangement, then then you can start to realize, oh, okay, there's really nothing to this. You need to know how many bars are in a verse. You need to know how many bars are in a chorus. You need to know when the bridge happens. And the only way that you can figure that out is you can either get your premium membership to studio1tutorials.com. It is 50 cents a day. Or, if you don't want to throw a brother a bone, you can just listen to your favorite songs and count out the bars, write down on a sheet of paper when the verse happens, when the chorus happens, and then take one of your loops and arrange it the same way that your favorite song is uh is arranged. Like, here, action. I'm gonna show you something real quick. This is so you can understand why they'll tell you that that the that the subscription is worth it, right? So let's go. When you sign up to Studio One tutorials, I got I give you guys access to a Dropbox folder that I put like supplemental material in, and one of the supplemental items that I use in the lessons, I haven't done this in a while. I need to start making these again, but I have this concept called yeah, no, I mean, dude, I could do the same thing, bro. Like, it's because, dude, I'm telling you, bro. Like, if you get the subscription, I like the whole music is math thing. Like, I have a whole section dedicated to music theory where I break that shit down, bro. Like, it's but here, check this out. Like, for example, I have a Bryson Tiller song, right? And this, I basically show the arrangement of how to do like a trap soul arrangement. This yellow line represents the energy of the song, and how this correlates with with the overall feeling. I show where to drop the verse and the chorus and everything. I have it for this is my favorite one. What I call the Hollywood arrangement. I basically took the mainstream, tried and true, proven pop arrangement that is the formula from hits from the 1940s until now, and show you how to apply it to a hip hop beat. I got I did the same thing with Lord Knows, because that arrangement was like built around long verses and a singer, and it has a really cool energy that moves with it. I did like a Toronto R&B type of vibe, same thing. I did like a West Coast gangster type of 16s and 8 bars type of vibe. We did Controller. Yeah, I actually did a lot of R&B arrangements for this. I need to do more hip hop arrangements. But yeah, that's just one of the things that you get. I don't know if people are using them a lot, but that shit is life, bro. I got that from a book. Yeah, no, I mean, I mean, like if you look at what I have here, these sections are, because it's in double time. These 8 bar pieces are really 4 bar pieces. So the only thing that doubles is the hook. The hook is gonna double, but every 4 bars in the verse, when you look at it, something changes, and that's just if you if yeah. Yo, and awkwards, bro. Like awkward has grown like a lot, dude. Like that dude is straight gas right now, and he's selling beats right now, bro. The awkward sells more leases than I do, bro. Um, the book is called The Addiction Formula. That shit was a recommendation on futureproducers.com. I read that book, and I pretty much adapted the teaching inside the book to my tutorials. Like if you watch my arrangement tutorials, it's taken directly from the arrangement formula, or from the addiction formula. Oh man. But yeah, dude, I just wanted to hop on the stream with you guys, and Young Jeezy implies, yeah, that'd be amazing, bro. Yeah, but yeah, bro, like I just wanted to hop on the stream because I was so excited about this interface, and just really getting back into Studio One, and being able to work in it without any restrictions, the way that I was able to in 2.6. And just for any of you guys that were looking to level up your interface, like I said, because that Quantum came out, this Studio 192, the prices are dropping. I've seen it for as low as 350 on eBay. So if you just look around and get a deal, especially what I would do, like if you're in the market for an interface, after Christmas, once people get their bread, and they go ahead and they bite on that Quantum, and they're probably going to be retiring their 192s and their 192 mobiles. Just start checking online, and you'll probably definitely see um you'll probably definitely see a few of them, man. But I'm a hop off. Appreciate you guys checking us out. Action, you know what I mean? Like when you can, it's the mobile version. Awkward. You got it. Oh man, I gotta duplicate this shit out. I'm bouncing this beat. This shit is hard, bro. Yang yang. He said just ordered it. See, I told you, Awkward is selling leases right now, bro. Y'all gotta fuck with me, man. All right, bro. But I'm gonna hop off this stream, man. I appreciate you guys riding with me. Like I said, bro, this thing is amazing, bro. Keep it simple. Don't be basic. Respect hip hop culture, and we will see you on the next one.